Welcome to The Explainer. You know we love to break down big ideas here, and today we're diving into the mind of Roland Barthes. Now this is a thinker who completely changed the game. I mean, he changed how we see everything, from a slick car ad to the greatest novels ever written. All right, let's just jump right in with a massive question. Think about it. When you're reading a book or you're watching a movie, who really decides what it all means? Is it the person who created it, or is it you? Now, this very question was at the heart of what a French thinker named Roland Barthes was all about. And let me tell you, his answer didn't just make waves, it turned the whole world of criticism upside down.
So, to really get a grip on why his ideas were so, groundbreaking, we kind of have to get to know the man behind them. We need to follow the incredible journey his thinking took over his lifetime.
You can really see how his mind worked over time. His career was this fascinating evolution. He kind of started out as this cultural detective, you know? He was deep into structuralism, looking for the hidden rules and systems that make society tick. But then, and this is the cool part, he makes this huge pivot. He moves away from looking for fixed structures and starts to celebrate the absolute free-for-all, the endless play of meaning. And that journey, well, it's the key to understanding everything he said.
Okay, so let's dive into one of his first huge ideas. It came from his book Mythologies, and believe me, this is where he really starts to teach us all how to see the world in a completely different light.
Now, when Barthes talks about myth, he's not talking about, Zeus and Hercules. Not at all. For him, myth is the super powerful kind of speech that is literally all around us every single day. It's a system that takes an idea from a specific culture, an idea that's tied to a certain time, a place, maybe a social class, and it strips all that away to make it feel totally natural and universal. It's like a magic trick that turns an opinion into what feels like a fact.
And here's a perfect example of myth in action. Just look at this slick, glossy ad for a luxury car. You think they're selling you a car? Nah! Barthes would say they're selling you a myth. The myth is that this car is a natural symbol of success, of freedom. It takes an idea that's really important to one social class, the bourgeoisie, and presents it as a universal dream that every single one of us should want.
And that is the crucial point right there. This is how myth does its work. It turns history into nature. It just vacuums out all the messy political and cultural bits until an idea that was made by people feels as natural and unchangeable as the sun rising in the east. It just is.
So, once you start seeing these hidden myths everywhere, it's a short hop to Barthes' most famous and, probably his most controversial idea. This one was the ultimate plot twist for anyone who studied literature.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. The birth of the reader must be at the cost of the death of the author. Whoa. Now, obviously, he's not talking about a literal death. What he's doing is announcing this huge, radical shift in power. He's taking it away from the creator and handing it right over to the audience.
So, think about how we used to look at things. For ages, the author was treated like this author god, right? The one person who held the secret, single true meaning of a story. But Barthes comes along and says, hold on a second, that whole idea is actually pretty new. He saw it as a product of capitalism, this obsession with celebrating the individual genius. He's basically telling us to stop digging around for what the author really meant. Because writing isn't just a message in a bottle. It's a performance. It's an act. And the place where all the magic happens, where it all comes together, it's not in the author's mind, it's in yours.
This man, he had to totally rethink what a text even is. For him, it's not some straight line of words delivering a single message. No way. It's this wild, multi-dimensional space. He called it a tissue of quotations. Imagine a fabric woven from threads pulled from all over culture. Books, ads, conversations, songs. They all blend and clash in the text. The writer isn't some genius creating something from thin air. They're more like a DJ, mixing and remixing all the cultural stuff that's already out there. Okay, so this leads us right to the next logical step. If the author is dead, then what does that mean for the book you're holding, or the movie you're watching? Well, according to Barthes, it changes everything.
This is where he makes a really sharp distinction between what he calls the work and the text. A work is the thing itself, the physical book on your shelf. You can hold it, it's something you kind of just consume. But the text is something totally different. The text is the experience you have with the work. It's a living, breathing field of meaning that's wide open, with no real beginning or end. And here's the best part. It demands that you get involved. It needs your collaboration to even exist.
This image really nails it, doesn't it? Think of the work as that perfectly bound book on a pedestal in a museum. It's a finished object. You look at it, you admire it, but you don't touch. The text, on the other hand, is like this glowing, pulsing network of ideas. It's a web that you get to dive into, explore, and even help build. It's a space to play in, not an object to worship.
So, okay, a French philosopher from decades ago, why does any of this stuff still matter to us, right now, in our world of social media and endless content? Well, the truth is, these ideas might be more important today than they ever were.
What Barthes really leaves us with is this incredible sense of empowerment. He's basically giving us both the permission and the tools to stop being passive consumers and start being active creators of meaning. He's telling you to question all the things our culture presents as natural or just the way things are. He shows us that seeing ourselves as co-creators and refusing to accept one single fixed meaning for anything, well, that can be a really powerful, even a revolutionary act.
So I want to leave you with a challenge, a question, inspired by Barthes himself. The next time you read something, watch a movie, or just scroll through your feed, stop and ask yourself, who is writing this story? The person who posted it? Or you? Because if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that meaning isn't something you find, it's something you make. And you are the